I spent the last 30 days learning to draw. It's time for the results. I do admit trying to cram enough studying it in 30 days to actually see results was a bit intimidating, and that juggling a full-time job, going out with friends, and other boring adult stuff wasn't easy, but art is definitely my passion, and the fire was lit. Now, before I begin showing you anything, I do have to admit that I have some prior experience doing art. Not a lot, but about 6 months worth of self-study on YouTube. So here are some drawings for that period, near the start of my initial learning, near the end, just before I took a break. But that's enough of the past. Let me jump into some more recent stuff. The first thing I went and studied was gesture drawing. Always, every time I've ever tried to draw anything, my characters have always felt stiff, and although I know I'm not going to master it in 30 days, I should get some improvement, right? When I was first studying, I was struggling to even just control the pen. However, I kept practicing, jumped into some gesture drawings, and I completed about 10 gesture drawings every day for 10 days, and I know that I should have done more, but
ain't nobody got time for that.
I was feeling a lot more confident in my lines and my drawings, so I felt like it was time to move on to more detailed drawings, the 3-minute gestures. At this point, I decided to split my practice between gesture, heads, and then gesture to try and keep things fun, avoid it feeling stale. So far, I've been really enjoying myself, and I really loved especially learning about the Loomis methods and Riley methods, different ways to draw the head, how one might be more detailed than the other. So drawing the circle, looking at the reference, using some measurements, and then adding on the landmarks, and then drawing where the eyebrow should land, and then drawing how the face should be structured is a lot easier than trying to do it from imagination. But by the end of week 2, I got cocky and stopped using reference, and as you can see, it went amazing. So don't do that. You should always use reference. So a few more days down, we're getting into the middle of week 3, and I felt like I should start adding more facial features. And so by the end of week 3, I was confident enough to add colours. And it turned out alright, honestly, considering the time I've been doing it. Although I could still see a lot wrong with it. The biggest thing being values. It looked so flat, and that's when I found the video by Sam Does Arts on grayscale. And doing portraits in grayscale really helps you understand how to push your values before getting into colours and trying to learn about colour theory. And I think these turned out well, honestly, if I do say so myself. By now, we're at the end of the 30 days, and I was starting to feel some pressure to show some good results. So I decided to do a self-portrait with some artistic liberties. So I wasn't going to spend all that time doing gesture drawings and figure studies and all that effort just to do a portrait. So here is a full body of my Dragon Slayer Barbarian. Now, I know 30 days isn't a long time to learn a skill, but I think that if somebody with zero artistic talent, can see this level of improvement in 30 days, that anyone can, and frankly, the sky's the limit.